The year-over-year March 2023 real estate statistics for the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board area have been widely expected to be the scariest numbers released to date. And that is because the market here peaked exactly 1 year ago. And since then has seen a massive downturn, which should now probably be called a crash in both the number of sales happening and real estate prices. And well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you just how bad things have got in this crash that has now been at least a year long. But since the numbers have been released, that makes this the Surrey Report. So here are the numbers for the City of Surrey presented to you by my amazing team.
Looking at our detached market, we had 244 sales in March. That is a 42.4% decrease from the 431 sales in the same period last year. Our benchmark price is $1,521,500. That is up 1.2% month over month and down 19.7% year over year.
We had 223 townhouse sales in March of this year, down 41.6% from March of 2022. Our benchmark price for townhouses is $833,000, and that is a 3.7% increase month over month and a 15.3% decrease year over year.
And in condos, benchmark price is around $531,000. Now that's a 1.7% increase month over month, but it's a 9.5% decrease year over year.
So those numbers were for the City of Surrey, but the entire Fraser Valley has seen an absolutely crazy crash. And possibly for you, the only thing scarier than buying at the peak of the market is that you're not subscribed to this channel, as we are nearing 10,000 subscribers. So if you could please click the like button to show your appreciation for 2 videos from this channel every single week. And of course, if you need personalized advice with me, you can always book a call with me using the link in the description below this video and every video on my channel. And with all that out of the way, let's hop into the numbers, because I have not reviewed these numbers yet in depth. So I thought, hey, it would be fun to do in person and live so you can see my real reaction. All right, so there's always a press release from the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board. I like to skip by that because I don't like to be skewed one way or the other of what I think is right or wrong in the marketplace. If you want, you can go full screen. Let's see if I can make this a little bit better for you guys. Hey, there we go, we can. So this is an overall market summary so you can see what's going on. Now in the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board area, we skyrocketed back up to 1,550 sales. Now that's way down from the record. I think it could have been a record amount of sales for any March ever last year. It was so crazy at almost 2,600 sales. So we're down 40% year over year. However, we are up 72% since last month. Obviously, March is always a bigger month, but for many months in a row now, we have been below our 40-year average for amount of sales, which is around 1,100 sales. And now we're back up into the 1,600 range. The thing we are noticing is that massive shortage of inventory is still there. Only 2,500 or so listings. Same time last year, 4,500 listings. So thank goodness we're up 32% from last month, but we're still not seeing enough listings coming to the market. And believe it or not, you know how last year was undersupplied? Well, this year's even further unsupplied, because in March 2022, there were almost 4,700, and now we are just over 4,500 listings. And the average price, now here's the weird thing for me. I thought this average price number was going to be 35 to 40%, because I personally did not see the market appear to bottom in January. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to go up in February. I didn't think it was going to go up again in March. But it now has. So that 20% number is a year-over-year loss, but we're now starting to see large monthly gains again this month at about 3%. So a year ago, the average price was just over 1.2. Now, looking like a deal at 962. I know people don't like it when I say that, but if you would have bought in January, you would have done even better than we did in February. In February, it was all the way up at 935. Now, it's easy to focus on those numbers. I like to slide over here and also go to the year to date. So we can see we are now in one full quarter in the books, and we can see how our quarter this year is comparing to our quarter last year. January, February, as I mentioned, were absolutely terrible. Number of sales to date, we're down 46.1%. But look at the new listings coming to the market. We're down like 39%. So it's not like we're seeing the inventory rushing to the marketplace, which is kind of what I'm expecting, because the amount of people that I'm dealing with that are brand new to the marketplace, well, they are also brand new to the country. So my personal belief is that immigration and the permanent people receiving their permanent residencies is leading to less and less product going to be available as we just have more and more people. Let's scale out on this a little bit and go down. We can look at condos, townhouses, all of that stuff, but I want to go, well, here's where I was expecting. I was expecting Abbotsford and Mission to be the hardest hit. So let's look at Abbotsford and Mission Detached. My personal projection was that these homes would have been down more than 40%. Thankfully, I guess at this point in time, it looks like benchmark price in Mission Detached is down 29%, which is substantial. You think it was 1.3 last year. Now it's 950. Last month, however, it's gone up 7.5% in just a month. And look at these crazy average prices. You're seeing average prices in Abbotsford jump up 10% in a month, but that's still down 25% year over year. So really, really telling there. However, look, average price in Mission is back down. It's dropping again. And I think this is what we're going to expect. The valley, as you get further out into those areas, Mission and Abbotsford, and even the far sides of Langley, it's going to be much more volatile than it is here in Surrey. Scaling back out, let's take a little further peek. White Rock, South Surrey, sure, we can look at that if you want to. We're down 15%. Are there any numbers that stick out to me? Condos appear to be down in average price 11%, which is going to be one of our higher ones. Detached housing here to me in Langley is sticking out at minus 21%, but again, going up. But this is a Surrey real estate channel, and I want to get into Surrey real estate. So let's jump into it here. These numbers here, these Surrey combined numbers, these are the numbers that my team reports on every month in the Surrey Report. So you can go back and see those each and every month if you choose. But let's zoom in on Surrey Central average detached park. So Surrey Central is not Surrey Center. It's a big difference. Whalley is actually North Surrey. It's a totally different thing. So this is kind of the middle of Surrey. Benchmark pricing in detached is down 21%, down 16% in townhouses, and only down 12% in condos. These are, again, year over year, up 1.5%. Townhouses up 3%. Detached even seeing a recovery, which I can't believe. It really shouldn't be seeing a recovery, but it is. Cloverdale active listings, this is telling, down 48%. But thank goodness sales are up, again, back up 50%, but still down from last year. Cloverdale might have been the most hyperinflated market of all this time last year. Townhouses down 17%, but up 2%. This is the trend that we're seeing. We're down year over year consistently 20%, and then up month over month consistently about 3%. North Surrey was one of the hardest hit areas, and we are now starting to see a big swing in North Surrey. Down 22% year over year. But look at this. Sales have increased month over month 173.7%. Only 19 sales last month in all of North Surrey detached, and now we're getting back to a much more respectable number. Townhouses down 13%, up 5%. Apartments in North Surrey down 9%, up 1.7%. So you're seeing that reoccurring trend all over Surrey. The other thing I like to do, again, I do this every single month, is I want to scroll down and I want to look at, well, here's an interesting chart. Actually, I'm going to stop here. This is the buyer market territory. The balance market territory is this blue stripe here. And then anything above that is a seller's market. And you will see that this is why things got so crazy this time last year, because we were at almost 100% of listings selling for a very short period of time. But let's get into our most recent report and look at this. The whole market has now slipped back into a seller's market, which is absolutely crazy. Nobody saw that coming, and everybody thought we were in this crazy buyer's market with lots of inventory, and there would be all these foreclosures. And well, the numbers have proven that that has never happened. And then as we go down, I'm going to show you the actual house pricing index. And if I zoom far enough out here, you will see that everything, now the red line is detached, is recovering. Not a sharp upward trend. The other two are a little bit better, but each and every asset class is now recovering for a couple months in a row. Now that's benchmark pricing. And if you want to pop down to average pricing, you'll see a much sharper recovery. Again, I'm not a big fan. I've never have been a fan of average pricing, but average residential detached, you will see that we appear to be bouncing back. Now, my estimation is if you look at every spike, every single spike, it does come back, but it never comes back as far as previous. So let's say, for instance, this is our recovery now. Do I see it coming back down to this $1 million mark? I honestly don't. So what I'm wondering is, after looking at now multiple months of recovery, do you think that we're just the victim of a spring market and that we will continue to see a slide once we go past the May long weekend, which would be more of a more traditional market? Or do you think we're going to head back off to the races? I certainly hope we don't, but there's a lot of indication out there in the marketplace that, well, that's exactly what's going on. I'm sure you'll let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thank you so much for subscribing, clicking the like button, and we'll see you in a couple of days.